love to say stop bringing American problems to Panama. Aquí somos un cruzo de raza. But what if I told you that was never just an American problem to begin with? Let's go back. When the Panama Canal was being built in the early 1900s, there was a system put in place called the Gold Roll and the Silver Roll. And on paper, it might sound harmless. But in reality, it was a system of racial and economic segregation. And if you were white, mainly American or European, you were placed on the gold roll. You got paid in gold, better housing, access to hospital, clean facilities, higher status. But if you were black, especially from the Caribbean, if you were better known as a chombo, you were placed on the silver roll. Paid less, live in poor condition, limited access to services, treated as expendable labor. And not only that, black workers were given the most dangerous jobs, blasting through rock, handling dynamite, working in landslide zones, facing disease, heat, and unsafe conditions every single day. So understand this, it wasn't just equal pay. It was unequal risk, unequal protection, unequal value placed on lives. Same canal, same project, different realities. Now here's where it gets a little bit, my favorite word, deeper. People like to say that was long ago. That does not affect us today. But a system like this doesn't just disappear, it just evolves. Because what the gold and silver roll really did was create a structure that tied race to opportunity, race to income, race to living conditions. And after the canal was built, those same divisions didn't just magically disappear. They shaped neighborhoods, they shaped access, they shaped who had wealth and who didn't. And you still see it today in who owns what, in who has access to certain spaces, in who is seen as the standard and who isn't. And let's be clear, this didn't just happen in Panama. You saw it, of course, in the United States with segregation, in South Africa with apartheid, in the Caribbean with the colonial plantation system, in Latin America with the caste system tied to skin color. Different names, same structure. So when I hear you say, don't bring America problems to Panama, understand this is a global system. Panama wasn't separate from it. It was part of it. And talking about it, that's not division. That's history. That's the truth. And once we understand why things are the way they are, then we can start asking the right questions. That's when we can start challenging these systems. That's when we can start creating real change. Because you can't fix what you refuse to understand. You definitely cannot solve a problem if you keep pretending that it doesn't exist.